Previously on Truly Bedrock. Hello my friends, my name is Dadcraft73 and welcome back to another episode from the Truly Bedrock Let's Play server. Oh man, I'm so excited to be here and I hope you're having an amazing day. You're taking care of yourself and you're doing all right. That is for sure and for certain. I don't know if it's hot where you live, but it is hot where I live. And man, I've been sweating and working and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Man, I'm glad to sit down and play a little bit of Minecraft. That is for sure. Oh, isn't it an amazing game? Hey, let's talk about a couple things. So I did a little bit of work. I mean, you see all these chests, or furnaces, they're just stuck up here. I smelted up 9 stacks of stone, and I've actually probably need to do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more. Let's go get a bunch more going, and we might as well just make it happen, I guess. So let's see. Let's go like that. We'll do like that. All right. Let's get these filled up with coal and cobblestone while we're just chit-chatting here. There's been some good news on the RV front. Now, you all saw the footage on what happened. I was away in the mines taking care of some mining business. And when I came back, my RV was gone. I guess we could do a quick recap. My RV was gone, and luckily I had put in a security system that was able to detect that, sure enough, somebody tried to steal my ride, my super sweet, awesome RV, and tried to drive it away, and instead crashed it into the river up there. You can see that all unfold in the last episode. But it's okay. Oh, there's some more food. Yum. Okay, go like that. No, I need to put these in here, and I need to get a little bit more coal. Let me do this, because if I don't do it right, I can't talk. What do they say? You can't walk and chew gum at the same time. I'm 100% one of those type of people. Is it nighttime? No, it's daytime. Okay, so anyway, our RV was stolen, crashed in the water. Okay, so that means we have to, our plan to make a mobile RV-based potion factory is right out the window, and we're going to instead build a big old chemical factory, and that's what we're going to work on here in just a minute. That's why I got a bunch of stone going on, and now I got more cooking up. But, now what I did do is I went on the internet and looked up for, like, salvage companies. And I found, man, you know how, it's like a Friday. You know how hard it is to rent a crane to get an RV up out of the river on like 1 day's notice. I mean, I'm trying to make this episode for you, and I told you I was going to get a salvage job going on. So I got myself a crane. I mean, it seems like it's seen better days, but I don't know. It's some old style crane that's all they had, I guess. So they brought it over here, they set it up, and there was like 5 guys over here, and they hauled my RV up out of the river. So even though the crane looks kind of janky, and it looks like it's from, you know, the 1200s or something, we were able to haul the RV mostly intact. We lost the license plates are gone, and for some reason here on the front it doesn't have those little like cages that we had, the light covers or whatever. But other than that, it seems to be pretty much intact. I bet if we get that thing cleaned out, we could sell it or something. But listen, we're not selling it. It's ruined, so we're gonna have to gut the whole thing, and I don't really have the money or the time to reconfigure this thing to be an awesome potion making device. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna call at some point in the future like a forensic specialist and see if they can do like some investigation inside the RV and see if they can find any traces of maybe who robbed it from me. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's about the only thing I can do. So we're gonna let it drain out water. It's filled with water. There's like a fish in there and all kinds of stuff has come carting out. I think a drown was trying to take up residence in there, thinking it was his new sweet house. But anyway, we got to let the water drain out of it, and then I guess we'll get a forensic specialist in here. Who knows how long it's going to take before we can get inside there. Yeah, but man, it's working. Our old crane seems to be taking care of business. pulled the RV right up out of the river. Man, it looks good. Okay, anyway, so here's what we're going to do today. Here on our 16 by 16 chunk. Now, some of you were asking me why I didn't chunk align. That was never a requirement. We just had to make a chunk size build, and I wanted to be over by the water. Somebody, I think it was Liera, was going around outlining some chunks earlier today. And these are like the chunk mapping or whatever. Hey, there's a guy over there. But anyway, so I was counting earlier. So here's the last chunk that I think she's defined. And I was counting, and we're pretty close. Pretty close to chunk align, but just not quite. I mean, we're sort of on this line, sort of. So if this is the this is the chunk line, and we run over here. I mean, we're sort of close to it, sort of. Yeah, whatever. But we're not on it this way. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I don't have to have my area chunk aligned. That's just the deal. So before we had this awesome spot for our RV taken care of, but now that's been all ruined by whoever decided to roll it off into the river. So what we have to do here is clean up this area because we have to build ourselves instead a super cool, awesome factory. And that's what I'm going to start working on here in just a second. We're going to do like stone brick. I mean, it's going to be like a, you know, like a standard, a standard chemical factory. I mean, yeah. I mean, we know exactly what a standard chemical factory looks like. So here's what how we're gonna handle this. Now we have to stay within our chunk, right? So that's kind of the deal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna step. I think we're gonna step one block this way. So this is going to be this corner of the factory, and then this will be this corner. That way we get 15 blocks. I don't mind if it's off center a little bit, and plus we still need to be able to get over here and keep an eye on what's happening with our RV as the water's draining out of it. So I don't think it's a big deal to slide the whole thing to the right a little bit. And here's my plan. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So right there and there, right? So that should be the front door. This will be the front door, and it's going to be, you know, I don't know. It's going to be like some kind of arch type deal, and we'll just put this together like so. And now we've got, so that's that. Now we have these two, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it's technically 5 if we count this one. So we're going to go like this, and then these are going to be some very tall, like arches as well. Okay, something like that. And let's knock out a couple of these extra blocks. Let's go down here and do it. So we can get rid of this. Yeah, so that's going to be, and I think I might even go a little bit taller with, though I need to eat something bad, and it's getting to be nighttime. So those are going to be on the front. Yeah, we want those to be much taller. And we're going to use some bricks, you know, to kind of smooth them out and make them look a little bit more like an arch. So there's going to be one there, and there's going to be one there. And then that's going to be replicated on all sides of the bottom of this sort of chemical factory that we're going to build. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. So let me get a little bit of the work done, and then I'm going to bring you back and just check on it. I don't have my camera account rigged up, so I'm not able to do any of those like super cool time lapses and stuff like that yet. But we'll be able to get those fired up before you know it. It's going to be amazing when we do. But for now, we're just going to have to be kind of stuck with like progress updates kind of stuff. It's not my favorite. You know, I like to call in the music and do one of those super cool time-lapse things, but man, we do the best we can. So let me do a little bit of building, and I'll see you in just a second. Alrighty, my friends, we are back. Okay, it's been several hours, and I've been messing around. I need like 1, 2, 3, like that many of those. There we go. It's been a couple hours. I've been messing around with all kinds of different designs. I've torn down the original design. I built a second design. I had layers of arches. I had all kinds of stuff, and finally I thought, hey, let's get a little bit of nether brick maybe and see if we can't come up with something halfway decent. So originally we had something that looked similar to this. I ended up not liking that. I had this as an arch. I didn't like the way that looked. I did some glass, didn't like the way that looked, and I tried to do like a different style arch with so many different like ideas and things were going through my head. But I finally settled on this for a couple reasons. One is we want to make sure that we can brand our building and put our like our name on the building. And I thought that this design that's here on the front kind of resembles like a smokestack. So we're gonna sort of like, I don't know what the word is. We're going to make people think of like powerful chemical company because our building is kind of shaped, or it's got this design here made out of light gray concrete of like a smokestack. So that was my thought, and plus I think it looks pretty good. I like the way the brick and the stone brick and the nether brick and the light gray concrete all sort of play off one another. It's getting nighttime. So I just wanted to bring you guys back because we have to make the rest of the letters. Oh, the name of our chemical company is Chemcraft Enterprises. I mean, we got to get old Dadcraft in there a little bit. So Chemcraft Enterprises, or CCE for short. That's what we're going to call our chemical company that's going to be responsible for making some of the best and healthiest and amazing potions on the server this season. Okay, so we need to make the other C and then the E. Now the C I'm actually really happy with. I think it looks pretty good. So we're going to build one together. There's actually, I'll put a link in the description box. There's a guy, I think his name is Magma, that came up with all of these letter designs. So they're 3x3, and I want to make sure that we sort of pass on, or at least don't take credit for something that we didn't come up with. But anyway, let's put solid block there. Okay, and then we're going to do this. All right, this guy, oh no, okay, that's all right. We can put the temporary block there. This guy goes like that. Okay. Let's tear this down. And we'll do the top part of the C first. So then we're going to do one of these guys. And then we just have to get over here. It is kind of like a lot of back and forth. And then, yes, we want to go like that. Okay. So there's the top of the C. All right. Looks pretty good. All right. Let's go down a little bit. Let's get over there. Then we'll do the bottom of the C, and the bottom of the C is essentially the same way. We just have to spin the stair around. So this stair goes like that. All right, and then we're going to go, and we're going to put our slab in like that. And then, so one of the things that I found, I've been sort of practicing these letters a little bit. It's better if you use like the side, instead of trying to place it here, because this has to be upside down. So use the side like that, and that seems to work pretty good. So there's our second C. So CC. And then we just got to get our E in, which of the letters is probably the easiest. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we have to pick. Do we want it on the top or the bottom of this middle? I think we're going to do it like that. Maybe we can just do 1. Okay, and that should be our completed letters on the side of our building. I can tell you right now I'm not going to have enough nether quartz to do all of these. Yeah, CCE. I sort of think it needs to be raised up a little bit. Maybe. Yeah, it probably does need to be raised up. Like, everything needs to go up like 2 or 3 blocks. I don't love the E. I mean, we can also build the E this way, where we put the slab on the top part of the block, which might actually look better, maybe. Yeah, I think it does look better, sorta. I don't love the E. If any of you guys can come up with like a 3x3 quartz E that looks better than the one I've got, let me know, and I will put it on here and give you credit for it. But anyway, that's how this Magma guy did his. So I think now that I see it, I've got to go off camera, and I need to raise this up a couple blocks. Yeah, maybe like 2 blocks higher, and that'll put everything up. I was gonna do that to beginning with. I'm like, no. So you see, I raised it up 1. I was gonna just put everything inside this lower section, but I think it needs to go up a little bit. So we'll raise up the whole thing. It'll just take a few minutes to build it again, and then what we need to do is we need to tear down essentially, or pretty much, the rest We have a little bit of it started, but like here, all this stuff needs to go away. We got to tear down all the rest of this stuff and then build this thing the proper way on all 4 sides. So I think what I'm probably going to do is just tear it all down. Just tear it all down, and then since now we have like a workable design, I can just build the whole thing. It also, originally I had like multiple layers of blocks and things like that. Yeah, not good. So let's get this thing all torn down. I've got to figure out what we're going to do in this little gap there. I think literally we're just going to go like this. We're just going to take the blocks and, you know, make like that V. Close it in. I mean, that's going to go all the way to the top. So it's only going to start right there. Close it in, and then as we go higher, you know, if we have to go like that or whatever, we will. Right? Like that to fill that in. And I'm not sure what the block's going to be. It probably won't be... No, for sure it's not going to be nether brick. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, let me get back to work. It's very late for me. I'm trying to get this episode out to you on Friday. It is now 1 a.m. I started recording this episode about 5 hours ago. Yeah, man, you got to put in the time. Anyway, let me get back to work. I'll see you in just a second. Alrighty, my friends, we are back. Okay, I think we're done, at least with the outside. I mean, we may do a little bit of, you know, just making it look a little bit better. I was thinking, and maybe we'll do this together real quick. I was thinking we might need to break up a little bit of that. You know, a little bit of the stone bricks is really good. A lot of it, nah, maybe not so much. So what we'll do, just to kind of rough it up a little bit here, let's get some of those. Let's go over here to the old the stone cutter. Man, I love this thing. This is one of the greatest things that have been added to Minecraft in a while. That is for sure. Alright, let's see what happens when we put some of these stone fences along the outside of this thing. I did put a little bit of blue concrete in the top. I thought it needed a little bit of color, and I think maybe I was right. I mean, we still have more work to do. We've got to figure out what we're going to do at the top. Maybe putting in some additional, I mean, even, I don't know. See, the cool thing about this being like a factory building is it doesn't have to look... Like, when I look over there at some of these builds, like clock towers and stuff like that, I mean, they have to look a certain way because of the style that they are. This actually can get away with looking, I don't know, janky. I mean, that's not really the word I want to use, but, I mean, it might be the way it is. Alright, can we do it like this now? Yeah. So I think just adding a little bit of something else on the corners of this thing might actually go a long way to make it look kind of cool. And we won't go we'll just go to where the blue concrete starts right there. Okay, and then we can get ourselves down. I don't have a Elytra yet. I haven't even been to the end. I know a couple of the guys have it. I think there's some for sale, so we could probably just buy one if we needed one, but we don't need one at the moment. So this is how I've been getting up and down. Let's see if that made any appreciable difference to the way that this thing looks on the outside. Yes, I think it did. It broke it up just a little bit. We probably need a little bit more of this kind of stuff. Let's see if we can't get a little bit going on here as well. Just on the inside of this thing. Let's go out like so. We'll do the rest like that. Yeah. Oh, good grief. What was that? Go in there. Alright, let's take a look at that and see what it looks like. You know, it's one of those things where we're probably going to have to worry around with it. Yeah, that already looks better, I think. I think anytime that you can add stuff to, like, the outside of your build, and I might even go a little bit more crazy with some of this stuff. I mean, not in today's episode, because we probably need to call this one done here pretty soon. We've been putting in lots of work. I know from, like, an hour's perspective, this was a fair amount of effort. That's okay, man. I love making videos, and if you watch them, I'll keep making them. That is for sure and for certain. Okay. Yeah, boy. That right there looks pretty good. Okay, let's just do this one other side here. We got to eat something. We're going to kill ourselves. Keep messing around here. Let's add one more pillar of these cobblestone walls up the side here, and I think it's going to, we'll be done, and it's going to look pretty cool. All right, so we go here. All right, let's do the rest of these. And thankfully, this type of decoration stuff is really cheap. I'm out of quartz. This is all the quartz I have. So I have a couple, I have a couple slabs, and I've got a couple blocks. I could almost make another... I probably could make one more C. But that's it. So I'm going to have to go farm up some quartz. I think there's some over in the shopping district maybe that we can go over and get. Maybe we'll work on that. I sort of want to get that done. I was going to say we could do that next episode. I still don't know where we're at as far as being able to talk about stuff that's over in the shopping district as of yet. I mean, I want to go spend some money over there, but you know, some of the guys are a little bit further ahead on videos than I am, so I don't want to spoil their stuff by going out there. So as soon as I get the all clear, I'll ask. But if we can go over there, we'll check it out together. Otherwise, I'll just sneak over there and buy a couple odds and ends. Yeah, that right there, just that little bit of stuff, I think made a big difference. Yep, I think we need to do a little bit more of that. Maybe even with some nether brick fences or something like that. Just to make it look a little bit different. Man, I'm happy. I'm really happy with the work that we got done today. And I'm more happy with the fact that we're able to pull the old RV up out of the river. I mean, it's still been draining water, even though I've been sitting here for hours and hours. Water's still pouring out of it. I mean, that thing was loaded down, soaked all the way through. So we're just going to have to wait a little bit. It'll get dried out maybe here in a day or so, and I can swing this crane. I figure if it's going to drip water, it might as well just drip it over the river. I'll swing the crane around and put it down on the ground, and then I'll have somebody come over and do maybe a little bit of forensic investigation. See if we can't figure out what's going on, man. Oh, people know better than to mess with me. Now I want to do more of these cobblestone walls because I think they look good. Yeah, let's not get too crazy. Let's just leave it right there. Let's go ahead and sleep through the night, and then we'll come up out here and sort of stand off to the distance. Maybe we can do our outro while we're sort of standing near the building. Chemcraft Enterprises for the win. I mean, this is going to be massive. We are going to be making so much. We're going to be raking it in. That's for sure. Oh, man, I think it looks good. Okay, let's stand, like, maybe right here, and then we can look cool. We can see maybe the RV, all that kind of stuff. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for your support. I've been trying to catch all your comments, and I haven't gotten to yet. I will certainly catch up. Oh, look, there's a creeper walking right into my building. Oh, man, dang thing. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, please remember to be cool. Don't be a fool. And from my Truly Bedrock Season 2 Let's Play series, I guess we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. I gotta go get that creeper. I'm a little scared.